We're back. We can't wait to hit the road now that we have baby girl. We're so excited to share this journey with you and hope to take you along on all of our adventures. So we have a problem.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
We cannot figure out where we're gonna put our baby. And I'm talking about the baby that we just had, the newborn, not the toddler who you can probably hear in the background. When we first got this bus, we got it thinking of him. We got it because it has a loft and we thought, oh, it's the perfect toddler space. And then, surprise, we found out we were pregnant. And now we've got to figure out where to put said baby.
For a little context, here's a floor plan of bay which shows all of our potential sleeping spaces, which starts with our bedroom, and behind that is our garage space, which we use to hold our dogs and be a converted living space. Above that is Everest's loft, which obviously he uses to sleep and to hang out. And up in the front, we have our kitchen table, which converts into a dinette type of couch. And in front of that is what we call our guest bed, our drop-down bed, right above the driving space.
We had some ideas that Blake and I were tossing around when we were in bed. We were like, okay, we're gonna be moving back into the bus. We had no plans of stopping our lifestyle, but we wanted to consider the fact that now we had 2 kids and we had run through some ideas. Obviously, putting an infant in the bunk was not an option, because I wasn't gonna climb up there 5 times every night to nurse her, and her being next to her toddler brother right now probably wasn't the best idea. I kind of thought of the idea, why don't we move our bedroom to a different part of the bus? We considered maybe us sleeping permanently in the drop-down bed that we have in the front. And then we also thought maybe we'll put a bassinet in that drop-down bed and she can sleep there. But it didn't really make any sense to be in the front of the bus where like the kitchen and the living room and all that stuff is. It would make it too crowded. And so we realized that we had the garage space.
Replacing our room with baby Olaya's nursery has a ton of upside, except there are some major hurdles we would have to get over to move into the garage. First of all, there's no heat, we don't have a bed in there, and there's this big open space on the back that we would need to make open and closable to keep in the warm or cold air. Additionally, we use this space for our pups. When we're out and about during the day, they have a ton of space and they've got great ventilation. Also, when we're on the move, we can put lots of stuff in here like Pepita or Quad. So to be able to have all of those benefits and have a balcony behind our bedroom would be pretty awesome. So we've cleared everything out in here and gotten stuff ready to make our bedroom transformation. The biggest step inside is gonna be turning this couch, which was manufactured with Bay, into our bed. So step 1 is gonna be measuring, brainstorming, and figuring out how we're gonna fit a bed on the wall. When you're living place to place, you definitely have to be creative when it comes to tools. I don't have a chop saw anymore, but this is what I got.
Hours later.
That's right on a knot.
Later that same evening.
If we do 3 there, second one in the middle. Like we mentioned before, one problem that we face is we don't have a heat source in the garage. Originally we thought of using one of those stand-up heaters, but they use up a ton of energy and they would be draining our batteries constantly. The next thing we went to was like one of those Mr. Buddy propane heaters, but we just didn't feel good about, using one of those inside. There's a ton of moisture that comes along with them, as well as they're not super efficient. Now from what I read, these things are not very easy to install. You're running exhaust lines, gas lines, air intake lines, connecting it to power. But after all that solar business, how tough could it be?
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music.
Now these heaters are a little bit more expensive, but that's why we went to Facebook Marketplace. But the added benefit of installing one of these is they are super efficient, and that's what we need when we're off the grid. I know what Olaya's thinking right now. How did I land you?
Blake and I weren't stressed out at all and had all kinds of extra time on our hands. We decided to take on a few additional projects, including but not limited to doing brand new epoxy resin countertops. We love how they turned out, but it was definitely a crunch for time considering all the extra projects we decided to take on. It's so crazy that it's like we're already moving into this space that I feel like we dreamed up when we were trying to figure out where we were going to put the baby. It's just crazy because we originally, set off in September of 2021. Then we knew that it was going to stop. We knew that, we were going to have the baby in February, we were going to stop in January, and then we were going to get back on the road. And so we always knew we had a pause. But now there's no pause in sight. Now it's like real. Now we are officially a nomadic family of 4. Seems a little crazy, but we are doing it.